Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Welcome to our Saturday show. Philip L, thank you for joining. Today, it's one of those days that, have you ever wake up in the morning and go, 5 more minutes. It's one of those days for me. It's cold. It's cold. It's snowing. It's cold. And my stomach's not feeling too well today. But finally, I got to this point. I go, do you really want to skip your smoking time? Not really. So, we're on here today, and we're chatting. Boom. Hey, Eric. So today, I'm smoking the Year of the Dragon 2024 Punch Dragon Fire. I actually just smoked the cigar yesterday. But after I'm done with the cigar, Mr. Hashimoto says, yo, I just went to the lounge and I smoked that cigar, and the lounge owner was like, you had to smoke the cigar with the punch. Dude, you would not believe this. And I already okay, the cigar's okay. But I already smoked that cigar yesterday. I didn't have it punched. So I punched it today, right now. And I'm gonna smoke it in a punch. Punch, cigar, punched.
Punch the cigar.
And I usually don't, punch a cigar because it's a hassle. Okay. Damn. All right. So, roll call, everybody. We have Roy, we have Val, we have Kat, Martine, new Legion of the Legion, Philip, Steve, we have iMac, we have Matt, Mark. Welcome, welcome.
Oh. How's your day?
It's one of those really lazy day. It's snowing, it's cold. I want to get grocery and food. Came back, play some game. Next thing you know is now.
You play game?
Yeah, I play a game with my wife.
Oh, okay. She kick your ass?
No, it's mobile game.
Oh, okay.
5 versus 5. And we won both games, so it's good.
Nice.
Not to brag, sometime I did hit #1 of Massachusetts for certain characters.
Were you? Did your team win any? Who was the MVP?
Usually I'm the MVP.
Usually, but today, who was the MVP?
Today was some random guy who just doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. They don't care.
They play so much they don't care. It's like we play rank, okay, and then every season the rank resets and you lose rank, go back down, you have to work your way up again. And then sometimes you have these people that just play so much they don't give a shit. Literally play for a little bit, leave the game so that the guy stand there to die, comes back and still kicks everybody's ass. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those days. I'm glad to be smoking right now. It's the end of the day, which I'm happy to get to, because I don't know. It's just a very meh day, right? It's like I don't really give a day,
What happened to me today at work? I'm just glad I'm here.
It's one of those days that you just I just want to have a cigar and not deal with anything.
Yep.
Yeah. My stomach is not feeling well today either, all day. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. It's not making me rush to the bathroom, but it's not making me feeling great eating everything.
Oh, it's like in the between stage.
Yeah, it's like it's just that it feel heavy, not
Yeah,
like sore,
I hate that.
and my neck is like kind of stiff today. You know, when you're like on the table for long enough in the cold, sometimes you're like, shoot, what did I do to myself? So like you're not like whole body is not feeling well, and then you're like, I'm gonna go through the day, and thank goodness this cigar here and there. That's pretty much it. Summary of the day. You know, I bring my car to the dealer, and gotta keep it until next week, sometime. You know, they're nicer to me than to Eric. They don't give me electric cars.
What they give you?
They give me a E350. Kind of fully loaded though.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of fully loaded. It's got everything: auto drive, surround camera, GPS. Even still have a satellite radio to listen to. Brand new car. It's got 300 miles on it.
Yeah, it feels good when they give you a new car.
Well, they were gonna give me a CLA 250, and I'm like, hell no. My ass is bigger than that thing. And the guy was very understanding. The guy was like, yeah, I know. You know, why would you want to drive that car when you have this car? But just, you know, would you like to drive any of those cars? I was like, does any of those cars at least have a backup camera?
Well, all the cars have backup camera now.
That's what literally he said. He's like, what? Well, nowadays every single car has backup camera. It's just not have everything else. I was like, well, which one has GPS? And they all of them has Apple Play or whatever, and you know, Android, you know, Connect. And I was like, which one is the best one of all of them?
Oh yeah, because nowadays, you know, for Mercedes, the standard for them is different, right?
Yeah. So, and it's like, there's one E350 over there jamming between, but I don't have the key right now. Why don't you go have a coffee and then I'll go find the key? So yeah, that took another like 20, 30 minutes. But it wasn't bad at all. Drove the car back. It was comfortable. That got my wife still thinking about 4 cars in Texas. I was like, what do we gotta do with 4 cars in Texas?
Oh, one for Eric when he want to come over and have fun.
She say she needs to still have at least another sports car, and we need another SUV or truck. So that adds up. I was like, wait. So you're gonna have 2 sports cars. I'm gonna have a truck.
Yep.
Like how often am I gonna use the truck? Twice a year?
Well, maybe when that happens, I go to IKEA more.
Like I'd rather just go rent a truck. It'll be cheaper than paying the car. Hey Benjamin. So I was like, no. How about this? Why don't you go get rid of your car and go get another sports car? And she's like, well, what about your car? I was like, I'm keeping my car. She's like, I thought you don't want to keep a car like 10 years old. I was like, people still drive C63s of previous generation, no problem.
C63 is a whole different ball field.
You're right. I was like, if it's 63, you keep.
Yep.
It's like, but like, you know, but we need a big car. I was like, okay, fine. You want a big car? We'll go get a G-Wagon. She's like, no, that's not what I mean by big car. I was like, you get a G-Wagon, no one's got to go near you.
She means big car, not big price, bro.
Right? You get a G-Wagon, come on. You're not going anywhere. Why release any more Dragon after year date? Should be done. Well, you know, Ben, that's not how it works, right? Because the entire year is Year of the Dragon. This whole entire year.
You got the whole year to do it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to say that, why release Year of the Dragon last year, November? Just so that they can get sued.
And it looked like that lawsuit is scaring some people away.
No, it's not worth the fight if all you had to do was change the name just a tad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they're just watching for this case like, okay, you guys fight it out. Right? Once you guys are done with the fight, we'll decide what to do with it.
You think it'll be over this year?
It should be, because they're asked to be dismissed. If they find out there was any reason to keep going, then there's a then yeah, well, there's a problem. But I really think that it should be dismissed, because they're right. You're suing Davidoff USA, which is just a retailer, versus Davidoff Geneva, totally another country, that came out with the product. So that's number one, that's wrong. And number two, you're trying to sue for the word dragon when you didn't even get that patent yet. I mean, the trademark yet. You did not get the trademark year of dragon. Okay, that's number one. You did not get, you have not been granted. You've made this lawsuit in retaliation of not getting it. And again, the person that says you shouldn't have that trademark is Davidoff of Geneva, all the way to the other side. Not us, right? And I think the last one they brought up was that only the trademark owner can sue for trademark infringement. And Gurkha, the company, does not own the trademark for the word dragon. The person will have to come and sue. You know, it kind of tastes maybe marginally better. Maybe. But I think a lot of it is placebo. That's just my opinion. Like, I really feel like if you get enough smoke, you get enough smoke.
Yep.
For those people that say you get a concentrated smoke, your mouth can't tell. Right? It's not like the PSI is any different. Your mouth is taking a draw based on your control. Your PSI is not any different. Right? You don't want it to have too much air. You don't want to have too little air. Maybe having a smaller cut that changes a little bit, but not very. Just had an oral Escuro Perfection, and it was not enjoyable. I have had it before. It was good. Sometimes it's just a palate, I guess, or just a day, placebo day for me. Yeah, I mean, if you had a cigar, it was good a while back and was bad today, and you just recently bought it, it's not your fault. Because it's a product. Right? It's made in a different year, different person, different time, and stored at a different temperature. So sometimes you have good and you have bad because how it was made. Like the crop of that day might be good. You know, like, it's like when people want to drink wine, they're like, I would like to drink a Veuve Clicquot from 2002. Because that's the best year, right? And then, like, you know, they get in the 2004. They're like, oh my God, how dare you give me a 2004 with Clicquot? And because that year, the crap was horrible.
What the fuck just happened?
I just got a European no. You know what I'm saying? So, like, cigar is the same thing, right? Sometimes, you know, how it's made this year might not be how it's made the year after. Sometimes they had to tweak it based on the, you know, how the crop tastes like. It's just not perfect. Not all the time. Like when you buy a pineapple today, it's not gonna taste exactly the same as pineapple tomorrow. Smoked one of those Punch Dragon Fire. Damn, that's fat cigar, but it was good, really chocolatey. That is correct.
Man, you gotta make me want to smoke one of those now.
Just go review one.
I know.
But I can honestly tell you the Punch did not make a difference for me.
Okay. So I don't have to go through They try to find my punch. Alright.
Yeah, I punched it today. It kind of tastes like how I did yesterday, but the draw is still good nevertheless. So the draw is still good. Yeah, it's the same. Depends on the person, really. Like some people can tell a difference, some people cannot.
Yeah, usually cut don't really change anything for me.
Nice fancy accent. Sometimes when you tell a story, you gotta be like, you know, immersed into that whole character, you know. That is not how I act when I go to a restaurant, like a French restaurant or something. That's not how I act. No, I don't go think, oh, give me some vocalico.
I don't know what is that? Are you supposed to, what did you just say?
Veuve Clicquot is a champagne.
Oh.
I think it means the widow.
Really?
Yeah. You'll see it. It's like an orange bottle, quite famous of champagne. So I just don't like the name because it sounds very like French.
Yeah.
It
Isn't
sounds like
favorite?
something got stuck in your mouth. You know,
Maybe
not
the
trying
guy
to make
named
fun
it
of
why-
language. It's just harder to say for people
Yeah.
who's not really into that language.
He probably named it while he was drinking it. He got like, oh.
No, it was named after that lady, the widow, who's nicknamed the widow. Today I'm smoking the Punch Dragonfire for the third time.
And I'm smoking an Oliva V Milanio Grand Reserva Limitata.
Oliva 5, like how Albert was saying.
Yeah, Oliva 5. I haven't smoked an Oliva.
They did change the fortune on this one.
Oh wait, so each cigar is kind of different?
It always had the fortune, right? And all the fortunes are different.
Oh, okay.
But like it had a repeat from all the older ones. But this one they changed it again.
Let's see.
This
What
one
is that?
says,
This one.
hell hath no furry like I can't talk. She's right here.
Okay. Alright. Oh, what?
Yeah, I can't talk. She's right here. That's not bad. Okay. All right. So today, Ben, was it Ben? No, it was Rick. La Gloria Year of the Dragons coming next month.
La Gloria. But that thing don't want
Galera.
Galera. But things like that thing. So does it say dragon or
It's a Year of the Dragon.
it's a year of the dragon? Like I know what the Chinese word on it is say what? Like the band, it say dragon.
It says dragon. It's just bad word. That's bad written. Poorly written.
Oh,
I think that's the one where they tried to use the calligraphy that was once designed by someone to look like a dragon. And in order to do that, they have to cross the word like this. So like a 2 and then a E.
yeah.
But that's a poorly way of write that word. It was done a while back when nobody cared. Because in the dragon, the word dragon, the bottom part is a moon, right? So it's like a hook. It's not a loop. So when you did that, you already did it wrong. But number 2, the part 2 of that is that they make the dragon head looks like a flat alligator face with a really tiny lip. It was like, like that. It was bad. So it was poorly done.
No, we're still gonna get it though.
Lost City not doing it for me either. Never really has. Yeah, I mean Lost City is not supposed to be impressive.
Yeah, it's supposed to be just you get it anytime you smoke it.
Yeah.
It's like an entry to Opus, you know.
You know, to be honest, I don't even think that's a good entry to Opus. I think that they made that so that somebody can smoke it. Says I can smoke this because I could.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I could buy all the other cigar for that X amount of money, but I choose this one.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the band looks good.
It does. It does look good.
Right? Like, you know, it's for people to smoke it and you're like, yo, how's that cigar? And you're like, it's okay.
I still enjoy it though.
Right? For that price range, you have a lot of cigar choices.
Mm-hmm. But if you do, you're not be smoking Opus.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, you're smoking for the reason for sole reason because you could.
Yep.
Not because it was super good. Like there's plenty of cigar in the $20, $30 range that are super duper good.
Yep.
There are a lot of cigars that's under that range that are super duper good.
Rare, but yes.
So when you go to the shop, you end up picking up that and pay the tax and everything and sit down.
It's a different feeling.
Someone pissed you off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like you had a bad day, someone pissed you off, you just want to buy a cigar because you could. And then after you smoke that one, I guarantee the second one isn't going to be that cigar.
We don't do that at all.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that, you know, people. I don't know. There's a lot of cigar that was meant for a target audience and not necessarily for target palate, if that makes sense. Target audience, but not target palate. What are some cigar you didn't like aged? Humidity not being the issue.
There's a lot of Connecticut that you shouldn't age.
Yeah, because when you age a cigar, it becomes more harmonized but mellow. So if you like a cigar and that's supposed to be punchy and strong, and you aged it, it's only going downhill from there.
Everything's gonna start harmonizing more, be more bland. But if you have a cigar that's like you could like spread out the notes on like every puff that they're not harmonizing, try to age those. Then they will blend better.
All right. Only cigar that tastes okay today was the Sin Compromiso. I also had the $6 steak Robusto Maduro from Long Ash Cigar in Tampa. Go figure. I don't personally like DTT cigar that much. I'm not saying that's a bad cigar, but you know, whatever that makes you enjoy it. Thinking about getting some Grand Habana, Connecticut. Why?
Why?
Well, like, it's not even something that you had to think about. If you're getting that cigar, it's because you need some cigar, not because you want some great cigar. You want some cigar
or something to try, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that you mean Grand Habano, Connecticut. Grand Habano, Connecticut are like bundle cigars. They're like better quality bundle cigars.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I still they still the same fall in the same category though.
Yeah, they are just a better quality bundle, in my opinion. I never really care for Padron. They are only good with quite a bit of age, at least for my palate. Oh, then you're wrong. Padrons don't age their cigars.
They never age their cigar, man.
Yeah, Padron does not age their cigars, so they're actually not good after you aged it.
I mean, they could be better.
No, because that they were meant to be individualized, so the flavor is punchy on its own. If you aged it, it harmonizes, then there's no different than putting all those tobacco together or at any cost, at any brand price. Right? The reason you want a Padron is because the flavor profile and the way the cigar is rolled. Right? So if you take away the cigar's rolled, right? You take away how that the folding way of rolling. You take it because, like I said, the other cigar might not even have a draw problem either, right? So you take that out, right? The only difference is they age their tobacco roll into cigar and sell. The other one is they take aged tobacco, age the cigar, and then sell it.
And sell, yeah.
Martin's looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about?
He don't have no idea.
I don't agree.
Martin have no idea.
Look it up, Martin. Look it up. Look it up.
No, I don't agree that you should not age a Padron.
No, look it up.
No,
the reason why Tony say that is, no, we all do it.
We all do it, but that's not why they made the cigar the way it is.
Yeah.
They are the only one who does not let their cigar sit once it's rolled.
Yeah, once it's rolled, it's out the
I know
door.
that. But they roll it into bottle, they box press it, and then they ship it out.
Right.
So,
the box press is days, just days, then they can put it into they don't age the tobacco after it's rolled.
They age the tobacco before it's rolled.
Exactly. That's why they wanted that, because if they want to, they can just store it, but they don't want to do that for a reason.
What's the other one say, Tony? What?
They do
Well,
taste
really.
good when they're aged.
Because they already think that the tobacco is aged to perfection. By the time they roll it and send it out, it's ready to smoke. Don't age it. You can age it some more, but once you do that, yeah, you harmonize all the tobacco again. It becomes just another cigar.
That's just a marketing thing to get you to buy more cigars.
I don't agree with that. Padron is the one that does not care. They don't care if you buy one.
They don't give a fuck if you don't buy their cigar or not,
if you've seen Padron try to promote their product, no, they don't.
They never do.
Yeah, exactly, because they don't care if you buy it. All right, so go back to that. I found a little known cigar seller. Well, really, he sells a bunch of other crap, but has a humidor room that he has. Opus X brought the Arturo Fuente Opus X limited edition, the Big Papo collection. That I can't understand that sentence. I found a little known cigar seller. Well, he sells a bunch of other crap, but has a humidor room that he has. Opus X brought the Arturo Fuente Opus X limited edition, the Big Papo collection. I don't know what that is.
He bought the collection. So it's basically different Vitolas in the collection.
Okay.
Of Opus X.
There are so many Gran Habano sizes in the core line, I think over 10 sizes. But that's the thing, like, you know, Gran Habano is like premium bundles. So, you know, they will have a lot of different things that fits a lot of different things. And good beginner stuff though. It saves you some money if you want to smoke those. I like Padron right out of the box. But shouldn't the leaf have time together?
Well, that's why you could pick out a lot of notes with Padrones, because
you can pick out less tinted notes in between the tobaccos, because now tobacco is individually flavored, not together flavored.
Like, you know, so they roll it for you to have that specific individual flavor. That's why you can pick out a lot. And if they're harmonized, then you have to search for those flavors.
No, think of it this way, okay? Imagine, and don't, this is not talking about anybody, this is just an example. I give you a dumb example so you can understand, okay? Imagine you move into a college dorm. College dorm has 4 people. Each dorm has 4 people, right? And at the beginning, 4 people, you get, you know, a normal person, average person, and a nerd. All right, we'll talk about one ultra nerd and a minor nerd. Day one, you go in there, that ultra nerd is gonna be super nerdy. All right, you can tell which one is super nerd. The other one is like normal people, and that's like a minor nerd. Fine.
So
if you put them together for that 4 year they're together, all of them is gonna be super nerd. Okay.
Is the minor nerd like underage, or is it just
not as nerdy? All right. So when at the end of the end of a few years, they've been together for so long, all of them is gonna have like, you know, like insider joke and all that. So they'll be super nerdy, right? You know, and they'll be talking about the same stories, same stuff. That's like a cigar together, right? When you put a cigar and age it, why let it sit? The cigar with the most note, this ultra nerd, it's gotta spread the note towards the one with the less flavor. It's gonna cover the ones that's less flavor, right? And while you're aging it, the less flavor is also taking some cedar notes from where it's being stored, and that's how aging is. So when you when you do a Padron, the point is to be able to tell which is the ultra nerd, which is the not very nerd, which is the normal people, which is the newbie, you know, to get to that one cigar. But once you aged it together, everybody's nerd. They all taste, the whole entire thing will taste like one thing. So I think that's what Padron is trying to market this cigar to be different like that, not while you age it. Because once you age it, that harmonized thing kills the individuality of the tobacco.
But it could make it taste better too, though. It could be both ways.
It could, but what I meant with that is that while that is maybe taste better, you could have saved your money to buy something with the same tobacco that was aged that way.
Yeah, you probably can, because Padron is not a budget kind of thing, right?
Like Padron costs quite a bit of penny. And
Yeah.
if what you're buying is not that individuality, why not just buy a regular cigar? Right? So think of it that way. If you gotta buy a cigar that has that specific note because they're harmonized, why not just buy one that's already harmonized? Instead of buying one to age yourself, buy one that's already sitting in the factory aged for like 2 years before they sell it.
Yeah, or you could just try to experience yourself. You know, go have fun with it.
Yeah. But then that will be a good $50 fund. All right. Martin, are you in the San Antonio area? It's okay if you don't want to confirm. My wife and I frequent SA. We have a bunch of family there, but no one are cigar smoker. No, he's not from that area.
No, I'm from Dallas. San Antonio is actually about 3.5, 4 hours away south of me. But San Antonio is not very cigar friendly, from what I heard.
When you say not cigar friendly, what do you mean by that, though?
Like the city doesn't allow like smoking in parks. Smoking, like you have to have like.
So is Dallas.
Dallas is a little more lenient.
More lenient is like they won't give you shit, but there's still rules that you can't smoke in the street.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's still like, everywhere is pretty much the same. So, what do you mean is probably like there's not a lot of good cigar shops there.
No, there really isn't.
Yeah. So it's not like it's better for cigar or worse for cigar. There's just not a good cigar shop there. I mean, to have a good cigar shop there, also do the demographic, right? How many people there, in theory, percentage of population that will smoke cigars. Like, if you open a cigar shop where less than 1% of people smoke cigars there, you will go bankrupt very quickly.
Right.
More cigar for me. So just kidding.
Oh, he's from South Texas, McAllen, Texas.
Okay. Yeah, so Brownsville area.
All right. What happened? The hell?
I don't know.
So yeah,
no,
I hope that answers the question. People need to understand this. When you're aging a cigar, you are harmonizing the flavor in the cigar while taking in a little bit more cedar to fill the void. And when you do that, you also lose a little bit to the cedar. This is the law of equilibrium, okay? Science don't lie, okay? Law of equilibrium is that when you put something in this environment, eventually that environment will balance itself, no matter what it is.
Right.
Okay? So when you put a cigar in an environment with just cigar and the cedar is gonna start tasting like a cigar, and the cigar is gonna start tasting like cedar. You're losing both ways. And while you're doing that, you're also drying out slowly the oil that's on the leaf, which is the source of the smoke. All right. If you don't believe that the source of smoke is oil, try to put a pan, put oil on it, and just turn the fire and burn that oil and see what happens in a few minutes. All right. The smoke that has flavor came from the oil that's on the leaf. Right. So it burns. It takes the moisture burns off as steam, and the rest the oil become the smoke. Right. And the rest of the leaf become ash. So the smoke is the flavor. So when the oil starts drying out slowly, you're losing that flavor. At first, very short period of time, the oil concentrates, right? Because the oil still have a little bit of something that's like, you know, I would say impurity on the oil. So it will start to lose that a little bit. It makes this oil slightly more concentrated, but that's a very minute amount, very small amount, okay? And then you start to lose flavor. And this is why people say, cigar after, if you age a cigar that's more than 10 years old, it goes downhill from there. It goes downhill. It does not get better. It only loses. It already reached its peak. So you'll see a lot of tobacco company, the maximum they like to do for their cigar is 7 years. I have a couple of cigars, even 5 a day. Some are going to have to sit. I should lower the temperature to 65 instead of 69 to 70 to slow up. Some will have to set temperature. Okay, the temperature isn't gonna change much in terms of storing cigars. 65, and okay, the lower the temperature, the better. To be honest, anything below lower is better because then your maximum moisture is not gonna hurt the cigar. All right, because that's how much moisture can carry in a certain temperature. Okay, so even if you like, you see like 100% at 50 degrees, that's not 70. Okay, so I don't think the temperature lowering is gonna do much. You're not gonna slow down the aging process. Scientifically speaking, cigar is not like food, right? It actually had to do with the moisture rather than the temperature. The temperature that you're worried about is actually whether or not the beetle is gonna come out. It's not gonna change that much. They say everything is bigger in Texas. Does that match the cigar in Texas are larger average by other state?
Yes, Ben.
I don't think so.
Nah, it's about the same.
Have you ever tried definition cigars?
Yeah, I've tried definition. I like
Me
the
and
yellow
Tony,
band.
me and Tony refuse to do it because we don't like the band.
I like the yellow band.
Well, there's no band. They're just different color. What are you talking about?
They are,
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
like corsets.
The yellow,
Yeah.
the one that has a yellow band. That's the one I like.
How common a cigar beetle? Should one keep new cigar in quarantine? No. The chance of buying a new world cigar, which means any cigar that's not from Cuba,
Yeah.
is very low chances to have cigar beetle. Cigar beetle is more common with cigars that's from Cuba, which they don't flash freeze their cigars. Most cigar now they go through a flash freeze, and that kills the most of the egg. I'm not saying all the eggs, most of the egg, and the egg will not hatch unless it's under a specific condition.
It's like
Which
it's
is-
very specific.
yeah,
like
and
it
a
had to be on
consistent-
point.
A consistent 75 to 80 degree weather, and a consistently moisture.
Moisture.
Yeah. And honestly, I want to tell you that what you're gonna get is maybe 1 or 2 beetle at the most, and it will eat through some of your cigars, and it's not gonna damage it more than you think.
Just put a hole in it.
Yeah,
Whistle.
it's got a hole in it, and all you had to do is get a cigar glue and just dot it on the hole, and you're all set. In fact, that's one less egg you had to smoke. All right, so does that answer your question?
Right.
It will create holes. It will eat through your entire box of cigars, even with the cello. Don't believe people think that, okay, if you eat the cello, they die. They'll have to eat through a lot of cello before they die. Okay, so they will go in and out of that, and then they'll go in and out of the few cigars that's right next to it before they die. So either way, you're gonna get that. Just make sure it's better to keep it cold than keep it warm. There's no benefit of keep your cigar warm, period.
Right.
I drown the beetle in water, but my cigar gets hard to smoke.
Okay. I mean, do what you like, bro.
All right. The green one, the newer Cameroon is really good to me anyway. Okay. Green band from the definition in case it's a confusion. Green band from the definition in case there's confusion in my statement. I have not have any definition yet because I think that they're just like really. There's no heart in making that band. I mean, eventually I'll probably smoke it. Eventually, like
no. They rebanding it, so we will smoke it.
Yeah, when they reband it, because that band is just like, I feel like smoking someone's leg.
That's like, you know, like, it just.
I like it.
I don't know. That band did not. I
don't have foot fetish, Martin, like you know. So
I do. I have a fetish from below the waist.
I hear definition moving away from fabric band is going to be paper. Yeah, and once they change the paper band, we might, you know, I swear to God, I will be like, what the hell is wrong with you if they decide to take a picture of the band and then put it on paper?
Oh, that'd be.
That would be pretty.
What up? What's up?
Hey, Michael.
What up?
What it is, ho?
What it is? I'm here.
Why are you lighting up? There we go. Meat lover.
Got sent to me, so
All right.
I shall have it.
It's a pretty good cigar. I liked it.
I had the very first one that they did a long time ago.
All right.
So we'll see if it's still the same.
I had it probably about a month ago because Fuego and McKinney has them,
Nice.
so I tried it.
I mean, within the 5 years that we've been active in the cigar community, I probably only seen one person with a beetle disaster. So,
So the truth, I have not seen one. So
Not anybody close.
like personally, people that I know, I never seen it.
Yeah, I've only seen it once.
yeah, I only seen one beetle disaster where like it's only a box of cigar that was ruined.
Actually, yes, it was in the Legion, I think.
Yeah, it was in the Legion.
Yep.
I see more moldy humidors than beetle because I only saw one beetle.
That is true. Moldy
Yeah,
cigars.
I've had mold before.
Yeah. And molds are very normal. Like I say, if you got white mold, just few dots of it, just dust it off. You can still smoke it. If it's any other color, throw the whole entire box away. When I say throw the whole entire box away, I mean if that cigar, one cigar is green and the rest of the cigars there, throw the entire box away.
Nope, I sent it to Tony.
Okay? What
That's
you
like-
cannot see does not mean it's not there. All right? If you see one cigar that has mold that's any other color other than white, you throw the entire box away. The new red meat lover is a little different from the earlier ones, but still great smoke. I only lost Cuban to mold. Okay, yeah, Cubans they don't like moisture compared to the rest of the tobacco. I think the Cuban tobacco is actually not it's like the weakling of all tobacco. That's like nowadays every tobacco nowadays feels like they all have steroid, pump their freaking arms and shit.
They're all bulky
in the
and stuff,
gym,
and
yeah.
Cubans like, yeah, I'm still gonna be here.
Yeah, they
Not
mix all
working
the tobacco and then grow it with habano, and they're just like, yeah, you know. But like, you know, Cuban's just weak.
Okay.
I've seen one in a cigar from a brand that has been fantastic in a box. All the other are great. Oh, in terms of mold, if you see one with mold, the rest of them has mold. Let's just say that. In the same environment, if one has a mold, the whole entire environment has mold.
Spores everywhere.
Yeah, the spores goes everywhere. Everybody in this world is living in an environment full of mold spores. You can't see it, doesn't mean they're not there. And the only difference is that you see them gather up. They bind and root it into your cigar. And that's why you can see it. Okay? So when you see one binded and rooted and able to cluster in one cigar, that means the rest of them is on its way there. There is no way to say, okay, just because I see this one, then now they're there. Now, the good part of it, hey, doggy, the good part of it is that white mold are food mold. They are not that harmful. Okay, they will make your cigar taste slightly musty if you have enough of it, like the moldy taste. But most likely they're not, as long as they're not on the foot of the band, the foot of the cigar. You're not gonna draw in as much, right? But if you have any other color, they could be a harmful mold. And at that point, you want to throw everything in its environment out because the rest of them all have it. We had that plume conversation quite a bit already. Is that 99.9999999% is all mold, but there is no research on whether or not the mold did in some way convert the cigar to taste better.
True.
Keep in mind, all the stuff that you ate today, that's any famous for anything, most likely at one point has mold in it. For example, cheese.
Oh yeah.
Yogurt, cheese, some fermented food, ham. Ham is processed in a dry age environment, which also have bacteria mold. Okay, dry age your beef, surface mold, right? You're gonna get all those. So all that is thanks to mold, and like mushrooms are using mold, right? So there's not enough research to see whether or not a specific type of mold that does not cluster are actually doing what it's supposed to do, eating up certain thing, convert sugar into some other flavor onto the cigar. There's not enough research. No one want to pay for that. There's no point, So
Make him taste more salty. I'm just speaking from experience.
yeah. So while we know majority of them are mold, there's no way to prove whether or not that actually does what it is. For example, make the sugar surface up. Right? We don't know. Because mold does the funniest shit out there.
Mold is crazy, man.
All right. So Macanudo White, I've tried it. I like it. It's just very light.
Macanudo is one of those, like, I don't want to spend a lot of money today. I just want something that tastes kind of okay. At the same time, the band looks okay.
Yeah.
That's
The
one of the
cigar-
Macanudo. It's a
Like
light,
the white
easy
is,
cigar.
to me, the white is flavorless.
Even if it's sugar crystal, it means the cigar has lost some profile, but why take the chance, chug it? All right, so then that's the same. You're saying the same thing as aging any cigar, and the cigar is gonna lose some profile no matter how you age it. So why don't you just throw all the cigars away? You see what I'm saying? It's like a double standard. Whereas if the cigar is stored one way, it results in one way, you say that's not good, we're gonna throw it away. First, the cigar is stored the other way, but you don't see it. Now we know. Like I said, just because you don't see surface mold does not mean there's no mold on it.
Right.
We didn't talk about Macanudo. Macanudo would belong in the range of beginner smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not a bad cigar. Once in a while, you just like, I don't want anything that's strong. I don't
Yeah,
have that.
that's true.
Yeah, the black is like the medium out of all of them, and then the red is the most spicy. The white is it's just real light.
I didn't like the red one. The orange I liked. The white one I liked. The black was okay.
I myself picked a Macanudo Cafe a few times. The green band.
The green one.
Yeah.
The green one's really good.
That's actually good.
The
So,
Inspirado green.
for the price, that's not bad at all. You know.
Inspirado green is good. I think it's Brazilian.
I can't remember the last time I picked up a. Oh, I did last summer, but that one I had it for a long time.
Yeah, I don't mind Macanudo at all. I mean, it's not a bad cigar. It's not the priciest thing out there. And there are some times like I go to a shop, I just don't see anything that I want, and I just pick up Macanudo because it's one of those friends that you have that will talk to you about anything, but it doesn't respond with anything.
Okay.
And
Exactly.
I used to like them because I like the name Macanudo.
Macanudo,
Yeah,
Mac and Nudo.
yeah. It's like I like the name before. Like when I first saw, it, I was like, hey, that's a cool name.
Yeah. So yeah, you just keep in mind, it's like one of those times like, I want to talk to somebody, but I don't want to hear their response. Macanudo. have not had a Macanudo in years. Macanudo, yeah, I can say Macanudo is not bad for the price range at. You know, and I can say that everybody can somewhat enjoy it once in a while. I'm not saying that you should be smoking it every day because that thing is, it's not gonna broaden your cigar in experience or enlighten you in any way. But at the same time, it's
I found the trap of the Macanudo Gold. People like freaking raving about it. I was like, all right, fine, go get my ass one. And I smoked it. I was like, fuck all of you guys, man. Like,
So about the Cafe Gold or
I don't know. Yeah, it's the gold, the freaking gold one.
oh yeah, that's a fucking light. Like less than the Cafe, less than the white.
Gold label. Yeah, they call it gold label.
yeah. Like I said, it's one of those like pretty much the entire series of Macanudo. I like that. Well, I'll listen to you, but I'm not gonna give you any feedback. So you have that smoke, and then you're like, okay, I'm done talking to you. I'm gonna talk to someone who will talk back. Then you choose a little bit better cigar. But you know, if I've been to a shop where all the good cigar they put it under like the freaking vent, and it's all moldy. And then you look over, it's like all the good cigars being like half moldy and all this. You know what I'm talking about, you know, near the vent.
I do know.
And then you look over, it's like all the crappy cigars, and you're like, I'll take a Macanudo. And it actually turned out to be pretty good. So, Eric, what would you consider a good low-cost cigar that is an everyday smoke that you keep on hand? Aventura.
Oh, it is nice to have in hand, yeah.
Every single Aventura cigar I've smoked today is pretty good.
It's impressive for what it is.
And if you gotta talk about lower cost, it depends what your lower cost is, because Espinosa Murcielago is a not too bad cost cigar that everybody should have a little bit in there. Did I find that somebody ended up? I did not.
Homie would go to the end of the earth before you find that shit.
Yeah. Like the cafe cigars are plain as fuck. Yeah, I'm just obviously. I'm just told you. It won't talk back to you. Other cigars that are good to have. I think the Naranja Reserva is not bad at all. Keep it on hand. You can keep smoking it and wonder whether or not there's citrus in there. It's great.
I would say, I don't know.
And I would say Casa Cueva, but Casa Cueva is no longer at a point where I'll say is like really lower cost. It's average cost now. To me, Casa Cueva is average cost now.
Like Tony said, low cost. It depends on what budget you at, right? At low cost.
Low cost means different thing to everybody.
Yeah.
So, but I will say something lower than $15 are average to low cost. Average.
Yeah, I would say like 10 to 15 is low cost. So.
Right. So, you know, when you go to that $6 cigar range, which is the lowest amount I will rate any cigar, I think every cigar deserves at least $6. So, at that point, yeah, you're looking at budget to low cost, right? And that's not necessarily gonna give your money back, if you know what I mean. You get a participation trophy for that place. Okay.
But yeah, for 15 and below, 10 to 15, you can't be a Don Carlos, and you can literally buy that box everywhere.
Right. I mean, technically, Oliva falls in that category. Everybody should have some Oliva in there.
Yep. Even me, I'm smoking goddamn Oliva right now.
Right. Oliva V, Milano.
Master blends.
Yeah, they tend to go on sale, and they fall into that category.
Yeah.
And when they go on sale, it's something ridiculous. It's like as if the cigars are free. Like, oh, 50% off.
Like, all right.
We're gonna give you 40% off and 10 free cigars. Like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, how does that even happen?
So it's one of those issues.
It does.
But I think as the cigar industry is working more towards a boutique cigar because the way the cigar smoke, the flavor, delivery, and all that stuff. I would say when you're looking at that price range, start working your way towards a $8 to $15 range boutique cigar because that's gonna get more bang for the buck rather than smoking something like $8 to $6. That's not always gonna give you a bang for the buck. You gotta get a cigar, sure, and you gotta get a smoking time, sure, but not necessarily gotta give you the enjoyment that you expect from an hour. For example, Macanudo Cafe, it doesn't talk back.
And Macallan Black.
That's Martine's expertise right there.
Yeah, that's for Martine.
That's a mixed filler cigar. It's not worth $8.
All right, so I want to address Phil's cigar at $10 that beats Davidoff Master Blender Limited Edition. Master Blender Limited Edition was never supposed to be a normal cigar.
Mustang.
It's more a discovery kind of thing for people to discover different combination of flavors. It's not meant to be a regular cigar where you gotta get enjoyment out of it, because that's why they have so many different ones that are meant for people to experience what the Master Blender wants you to explain. Like it's like go to a fashion show, they look great, but no one wear that in the street.
Ever.
Okay, so just put it out there. That's how it is, right? Davidoff, their target range is 18 and up. All right, you're not just smoking for flavor or experience. You're also smoking the attitude, the sophistication, things that you can't see, non-tangible stuff that you're smoking it. Does that make a person better? And all of a sudden that guy just, at 15 horsepower? No, but their target audience are not.
It add 0.5 horsepower.
Right?
Okay.
It's like Padron, right? If you're smoking a Padron, there are some really, really good Padron, and there are some like, the 1000 series, they're normal Padrons, right? So it like how you see it.
Just like Opuses too. Don't Opus, same thing, right? You
A
smoke
lot
it
of
'cause
people
it's
don't like Opus, okay? Opus, you're smoking not just the flavor, because all you gotta get is wood, sweetness, maybe something else, right? But you're also smoking what they're celebrating, because whatever they're making, they're celebrating something, and that's what you're smoking. You're smoking celebration, so you're not smoking the cigar. So keep in mind, the price range has to do with what they try to portray. For example, the newest thing, the Tachuai, the La Union. For my father's cigar to be $60, you're not just smoking the cigar anymore.
Right.
you smoking what they're celebrating.
Right.
And when they are celebrating something, it's like a mother choosing clothes for their child when the price is no subject, because someone else is paying for it through child support.
You had to throw that in there.
Because if you're still married, the father might say something, but if through child support, the father get no say.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So like La Union is like that. My mother bought me clothes paid by my father.
Yeah, I felt that.
Did not know that. Makes sense. They have A10. Yeah, you a lot of cigar, the price ranges make no sense whatsoever. Okay, and people like me chase after cigar because I'm idiot.
We are a bunch of idiots. Don't do what we do.
Okay, if you're in the cigar hobby to enjoy good flavors, you might not ever have to spend more than $20 per cigar.
Right.
All right. Can we agree on that? If you're only looking for regular flavor, I'm just smoking, you might not ever spend more than 20.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, if you just smoke a cigar, who give a shit if it's Year of the Dragon? I'm smoking cigar every day. It could be Year of whatever, and I'm still smoking it. Right? And plus, I bought Year of the Dragon this year. Does that mean I don't smoke it next year? I can't celebrate Year of the Dragon next year.
No, you can't.
It's just a name. It's just a name, right? So if you're looking for just solely cigar enjoyment, think of it as the cigar are just are just full.
Cigar?
It's like seeing the king without the king's clothes on the street. It could be anybody.
If you smoke the dragon next year, that's called flexing. So Davidoff is bougie. Yeah, boy, hell yeah.
Some cigar in Davidoff are meant to be bougie,
They are. There's one cigar that's just made because it's bougie.
right?
In Davidoff. All right. There's that one cigar, and I think everybody know what that bougie cigar is.
Yep. And Tony's the Davidoff 4.
All right. You're not smoking an Opus 6 because Opus 6 is that much better than any other cigar out there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Nah.
fucking good.
I'm pretty
Good.
sure you can find better cigars than Opus 6. Any of them. Okay? You're not smoking Davidoff because it's always that good. You know, in fact, Davidoff, I can give you a handful that I'll probably always buy, and the rest of them, yeah, I'll try one
Yeah.
time.
We smoke quite a few, and yeah.
How does the Davidoff Royal taste? It tastes like what is the two prince's name? The difference between William and Harry. And Royal tastes like Harry.
The Royal it's good, but it's not what if you smoke it, it's not what you're gonna expect. Put that way. You don't. That $100 mark bench is tough, man.
Yeah, it's hard to find a cigar that's worth $100.
Yeah. And what is the bougie from Davidoff? Really? You gonna have to answer that? The only really bougie shit from Davidoff. One bougie. You want to be bougie of the bougie. There's only one cigar you buy from Davidoff.
Yeah, you just go Oro
What about
Blanco
the-
straight.
Yeah.
What
you
about
can
the,
straight up Oro Blanco.
What about the Spectre? Have you, Eric, have you tried that?
Yes.
Spectre is people who watch too many 007.
Hey man, I like the Spectre. I like the smoke.
Yeah.
It's expensive, but I like
When you
the smoke.
buy Spectre, you're not buying because it's a good cigar. You're buying because they decked out the packaging.
It's Spectre, man. What are you talking about?
All right. Spectres, you're buying the packaging. And if you buy a single, well, I'm sorry. You pay for that. You pay for 1/10 of that packaging. If you gotta buy something that the reason of the price is the packaging, buy the entire thing. Don't let somebody else get the benefit. You know, they'll sell all the cigar and the singles, and they'll sell the box separately. Well, guess what? They just made the price for the box twice.
My sister did a mistake and bought one for me. I still haven't smoked it yet. I'm gonna leave that shit forever.
And that's the thing. If you don't smoke it, it's always that price. Once you smoke it, it's never that price.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
No, okay. Let's say I bought a $1 million Gurkha.
Oh God.
Let's say that's the case, right? If I leave it there, that's always gonna be $1 million Gurkha.
Yep.
If I smoked it, I got what's the leftover of the dead $1 million, and I know it's not $1 million. Once you smoke it, you're like, that's a $6 cigar with a $200 worth of diamond on it. You see what I mean? If you don't smoke it, it always has that value. Once you smoke it, that value is determined by your experience. And there's no cigar that will give you $1 million experience. In fact, if you have $1 million cash, I guarantee that experience will be better if you just simply have that cash right next to you.
Yep. Just look at it. You'll be fine.
Because imagine how many $20 can you have, and $20 is $20, man.
Damn, Roger's famous.
Yeah, you didn't know
So
that.
how do other high-end brands stack up with Davidoff? I'm talking about Brian and Atabey and other that are the price range.
So they all the same. I think Davidoff is a little bit higher caliber, but they fall in the same category.
Davidoff's the first one to set the standards. Atabey they built a whole brand essentially on a mystery and rarity, quote unquote. Byron is actually always good. I will say that. And Septimo, I'm still not sold on those.
Septimo is like what the baby of trying to be Mystique.
Yeah,
Like
like it's they're not. I don't see them ever warranting a $30, $40, $50 price point. And I've had them. I just don't get it.
Let's just say this, okay? Davidoff is like PC, and Atabey is like Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
and
can. Yeah,
PC has
you can
that
do
whole
that.
lineage of being a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's always gonna be that certain way and quality that comes with it. And the Mac were like, we can do all that, but look better.
Yeah.
But we look fancy, and you can't get us everywhere. Yeah.
I like Royal Release. Don't understand what Royal Release hand. What is Royal Release hand rolled? I get it for short. Which is sorry for spelling. I have had the Royal Oro, definitely not with 600, no matter what the occasion.
Oh no, the occasion mattered for that cigar.
Yeah, the occasion mattered for that cigar.
Yeah. For $600, the occasion matters.
And when you say that, well, all the technically all the premium cigar has to be hand rolled. So
Technically.
how about $500,000 Mayan cigar? Who in the right mind? Now somebody bought it, and
Somebody did.
that's how you got the $500,000 price tag, and they say it tastes like nothing.
What is a Mayan cigar?
Dude, they didn't even
They
smoke it?
found cigars in a Mayan tomb, and they estimated to be like few hundred years old, 300,
Yeah.
400 years
Yeah,
old.
they're fucking shit then.
And the
Yeah, but it
person
seems
who
like-
bought it smoked it, and it
Did they
tastes like
smoke it?
it tastes bad. It doesn't taste like anything.
I didn't know they
Yes.
smoked it.
They
Yeah.
smoked it.
That's
Oh,
see, I've smoked cigars that are 15, 20 years old, and they taste like literally cedar. It's like
Well,
that's it. There's nothing
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Totally
I-
smoked a 100-year-old one.
I smoked a 100-year-old cigar, and really, that's like the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Wow.
Tastes like nothing.
Tastes like nothing but like moldy, musty. You know, it tastes like if you haven't been in a like wooden room for so long, like 20, 30 years, you open a door and you smell that. That's what it is. They released a hand roll Royal Robusto.
Oh, you
no
mean
cello.
the one with no bands on it? Yeah, there's a Royal Release with no band, no cello, nothing.
Yeah, but that's just a name. You know, that's like calling a store final sale. Well, call a store called out of business or something like that. It's not. Did the Davidoff Oro rate the price in your review? I just tell you that it's not worth $500 at the time.
I wouldn't. It's not worth.
Yeah, because like really, Davidoff Oro is probably worth roughly $100,
If that.
if that.
It's a good cigar. It's a great cigar.
But not
But for-
$500.
Yeah. I'm telling you this. It's one of the smoothest. If you smoke one, it's one of the smoothest cigar you smoke.
Do you have a preferred cap style? Yes. If anybody can cap their cigar all the way to half of the cigars, I'll prefer that. Thank you.
What the fuck? You have an extra whole wrapper on the final third.
I'm okay with that. Give me more wrapper. I'm okay with that. I don't want the cap to ever fall off. Glue that shit on there.
No, sometimes the cap just pop right off, man.
Yeah,
It's sad.
because they didn't put enough glue. They just put on the tip, and then the sides all like bad. No. They had no band first, and they had one and only one band, no secondary band, no cell. Yeah, you know, that's one of the things where, and that's the thing about being bougie, right? It's like they make a cigar and make people like, is that what it is? And it could be anything.
It could be. It literally could be.
Well, it's like when that guy gave us up at what is it, Up in Smoke or whatever, gave us those Davidoff
Yeah.
Lanceros. Do we actually know it's what it is?
No. Just Lancero, we don't know what that is, but tastes good.
Like when we went to freaking EP, he gave us a whole bunch of embed. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Cigar is cigar. You know, if you gotta smoke a cigar, you gotta give a no, it doesn't make you an idiot to buy it.
No, not at all.
I mean,
Kind of.
Most cigars, you're essentially buying the experience. Make sure it's befitting of the experience. Like Tony, you've had a handful of them. There's probably only been one or two times that it was worth the experience.
yeah. The thing about cigar is that the whole thing about this hobby is try everything out there. It's like being a foodie, right? It's your job,
Right.
your hobby is to go out there and eat every single new food that you can, or new restaurant that you can encounter. Cigars the same way. You can always eat the same food. It's not gonna kill you. But once in a while, you're like, I want to try other food. Like, I wonder how a Michelin restaurant tastes like. And then usually, if you eat a Michelin restaurant, you come out and go to McDonald's.
Yeah, because you get hungry, man. You ain't get that much food.
I've been to a good handful of Michelin restaurant. Every single time I come out, I go to McDonald's
Wow.
or Burger King, whatever that's nearby.
Anything that's fast.
Fast and a lot of flavor, overabundance of flavor. MSG that thing. Ding. Right. So
Nah, you never an idiot to buy any cigar.
I'm saying idiot like us.
Like us, like we.
Yeah. We're dumb.
retarded ones, not you
Yeah.
guys. Us.
At least
Because
you
when I say
know.
like the idiots, it's like us, we're like, we see a box, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go buy it. That's dumb. Because I say the same thing you say, Tony. What do you mean by no bands? I asked the guy.
It's a Royal release. They didn't ran out of bands, and they didn't put a band.
Yeah, that's what fucking Eric says. What do you mean no bands? It says trash.
Dude, I swear, I've had plenty of like stuff where it's like not ready yet with packaging and everything. They hand it to you. There's nothing on it. You're like, cool. I guess somebody actually try it.
Here's the thing. I think no band has its place.
It
And I've been talking about this before, right? We all complain about, no decoration, no presentation and stuff like that. I say that because it's a half-assed presentation, right? They give you a box and bands are shitty or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's keep in mind, tell me one person that's not amazed when they went to a cigar factory and freaking the whole wall is all cigar with no bands. That thing's sexy. When you walk into a storage where they age the cigar, you just see, already like just single thing with the whole half
Wheels.
wheel of cigars, or a full wheel of cigars there, just sits there.
Amazing.
Now stacked. It looks sexy. All right. But it's only at that kind of situation where they're all stacked nicely together. If you just hand me one, I'll be like, no band. Right? But if you see it hung from the wall that's full of no band and you got one to smoke,
Imagine
you're
they
like,
give you a
hell
whole
yeah.
wheel. They give you a whole wheel. You're like, damn.
Right? You gotta have that. What is your ideal band for a cigar? Ideal band? It had to make an impact and it had to fit the
Yeah.
theme.
They have to catch your eyes, right? They have to. Hey, it's telling you to buy it.
Yeah,
Bitch.
and it had to stand out, right? And you had to fit the theme. For example, don't give me a cigar called Africa and then you put City of New York on it. Or maybe that will fit. I don't know.
That's so
I mean, that's how that works.
yeah.
And yeah, I get it.
I'm done with that comment. Oh my god.
Tony, I half-assed put that band from that picture on a Maduro. Did not look good.
Did not look good?
No. And he needs some gold, dude.
Oh yeah, I did.
We figured that out.
Yeah,
right?
we figured that. We actually told him we need probably another outline of gold somewhere, not a lot, just a little bit, and see how that.
And then
looks.
if you put, and then with the black, and then that's what I'm saying. If you put like a gold footband, ribbon footband, that would tie it together. It would look premium as hell.
We debate on that footband, yeah, because like we gotta have a secondary
Yeah.
band. Now the
Right.
question is, do we do a secondary band or just roll the secondary down to all the way to the
But
bottom
the
of the
thing is,
footband?
we had a debate because the footband to me, if it had they have the name on the name of the cigar on the footband. You take the footband out, it's gone.
Right.
Like, I mean, Michael, you know how much I don't like a ribbon.
Oh, I know, but the ribbon, but when you have something that you're trying to make, I used to really hate it, and I still kind of do hate them, but there's certain looks that it ties it together.
True.
And there's certain ones where it doesn't. When you're trying to make that ultra premium look, that little like half a cent
That's
piece of
real
ribbon
cool.
can tie it together.
But the thing is,
Like,
like,
it's
I don't like. I got a gripe about a ribbon band all the time. Is please don't use the fucking Scotch tape to hold that bitch together.
It's annoying, right?
Can we not do that? You have enough money to not use fucking Scotch tape, okay? Like
Little
Why
cigar
not simply
glue.
use 3M tape? Would that be better?
cigar
No,
glue.
some actually use the pectin cigar glue.
Yeah, they use pectin, and that's great. I love that. That's fine.
Don't they do that on paper? You can't do that on the ribbon because the ribbon will absorb that thing and you will not
No,
glue.
AJ
No,
fucking
you-
use it. AJ used the fucking pectin,
Okay.
and you telling me
Okay.
Opus can't?
Yeah, the
I
tape
know.
mostly.
All right.
Who's
Yeah, I think like
regulate.
I think with the La Historia, it looks really good. It's got the same color matching band.
Does the Shadow Smoke Legion have a cigar made for them exclusively? If so, available for purchase. We have a size of a cigar made for us exclusively. They are available for purchase in a place that in a cigar shop that starts with little guy.
Yep. Starts with little guy. It says cigar shop in the name. It's weird.
So just go search for that little guy, and then you'll find it, and then it's under Casacuevas.
Hey, I see the little guy here.
Yeah. Okay. I just can't tell you
Oh.
the exact website, but they are there.
Speaking of that, Casa Cuevas is restocked.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
There we go. All right. So we do have that, and I could tell you that's probably the best version of the patrimonial out there.
I agree.
And
if you don't believe
everybody
me,
who
buy a
smoked it
Toro.
agree,
If you don't believe me, buy a Toro and a Prensado and try for yourself.
right?
Right.
Even I think even the person who made it, what they were like, why?
Yep. They looked at each other, and so I heard that they said that. They're like, "Damn it,
Right.
we should have did this." I was like, "Good idea."
All right. So that's a true story, okay? Where when they blended our own sizes and they smoked it, and they're like, we should have kept this for ourselves.
Yep. That says a lot.
Yep.
Okay. So that is, if you like the patrimonial, try the Prensado size, you'll be like, holy shit. Like tonight, Oro Oscuro with the yellow footband looks great, but the cigar not awesome look. You know, I think the footband needs to have something like it. For example, the Dom Pepin 20th anniversary, the footband has the logo on it. That looks fine. And that's a ribbon.
That's money.
So, but then at the end, it's like, how much money do you want to spend on decoration? I mean, I don't think it's got to be a lot of money. Like those ribbons probably like 10 cents.
They probably are, but the thing is, like, are you planning to put the skull on it, or are you planning to put just the deviation of it?
Say that again?
Are you planning to put the skull on the ribbon, or are you planning to a deviation of the?
I don't know. I might just put limited edition on it. That's it.
Oh no!
You got all sad.
No! No!
When you shrink the skull to like this size, you're not gonna see shit. You gotta see blood.
I know, but the thing is, like, man, don't take the limited edition out and do like, what? Is that limited edition no more?
No, the stuff on top will still say limited edition. The
Oh,
bottom
okay.
will just say limited edition.
Okay, all right. Now I could go with that. All
Because
right.
I've seen a few cigar with the LE on top and the bottom says LE, but then we take it off,
Yeah,
just
it's on.
the LE on top.
You know, because there's some cigar that say LE, and then I took it off, it's not LE no more.
Just for tonight and other times have been good. Bad palate night, maybe. Yeah, it depends on what you ate too.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be your mood, what you drink, what you ate. If you're having some kind of vitamin deficiency.
Yeah, also the environment, the temperature around you. If it's cold, everything tastes lighter.
If you're on keto, everything tastes terrible.
Yeah, if you're on keto, everything tastes stronger, everything tastes terrible. All right. Also, if you're at Rona, everything tastes like burnt tortilla.
Yeah, that's true.
My father-in-law just got Rona, so I tell him not to go near me, even
You're
though
not
he
going
lives
hard.
here.
He's doing all right. He's doing all right though.
Yeah. He had 2 days of fever, and now he's just coughing. And I just like,
Yep.
did you just catch that like 2 days after you've been to my house?
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I don't have fever, so whatever. Maybe my body's still fighting it too. It's like,
Quakes.
hey, Quakes, congratulations on the playoff game.
Thanks.
Rona is no bueno for palate. Anything's no brainer for palate. Any sickness is no brainer for palate.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, after
Once you're sick,
Rona stuff took a while for my palate to come back. Like
Yeah.
a while.
Because your body's photo deficiency after Rona. It takes a lot out of your body. So you gotta taste more mineral, you gotta taste more calcium, you gotta taste more everything that's bad. All right. So you know, if it doesn't taste good today and you know the cigar is good, you know, don't scratch it off. You know, just smoke it next time. You know, okay. A lot of us reviewer probably try the cigar once or twice and never again. But it doesn't mean that you should. You know, you as a consumer should always continue to try the cigars and give more try to the cigar because this year might be bad, next year might be good.
I don't know. Even though I have bad opus, I still buy them. So there you go.
All right. So it depends what fits you, what, you know, what it's your, well, not only the financial, but, you know, the mood, the situation, where you're going. All that stuff changes, right? Like if you go hang out with a bunch of friends, all right, and all the friends are smoking my father's, you just go pick up my father, even if it tastes bad. Not saying my father tastes bad. I'm just saying that's just in picking a random brand, you know. You had a Martin. You had a review with burnt tortilla as flavor. Did you have Rona?
Yeah, I
It just-
did.
No, it's just in his blood.
No, that's when he had it.
Yeah, it's when I
Yeah.
had it, I think.
And
I'm gonna
after
go
that,
with-
every show he's like, "This tastes like burnt tortilla." Yeah, it's just the way it is. I mean, cigars just like that, right? And I think people put too much emphasis on the brand and the grade of the cigar.
Yep.
That's not what you should put on. You know, like I'm trying to give you an example. There's only so many combination of cigars out there.
Yep.
And a lot of time, they all taste similar. So it's like a T-shirt, right? Every brand can put a logo on their shirt. T-shirt is still a T-shirt. It's just what you prefer to have on the T-shirt. So what you prefer to taste today. And some might have more distinct than others. Some taste more peppery, some taste more chocolate, some taste more coffee, whatever. And, you know, once in a while, you got to get a T-shirt with a hole on it.
Appreciate that.
Not for nothing, but this chat, you gentlemen, is the most informative, singularly, collectively, lots of knowledge here. Thank you.
No, we just fake it. We fake it till we make it.
We fake it till you make it. I don't smoke cigar. What are you talking about? I'm not professional. No, cigar doctor. Are you kidding me?
My cigar experience has come a long way in 5 years. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we smoked quite a bit of cigar in 5 years.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? 32-year experience.
How old are you? I've been smoking since I was born.
Yeah, I've only been smoking cigars for like 17 years almost.
Right? The most unique blend you have had, was it good? No. Unique doesn't mean it's useful.
Yeah, unique is it's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk unique? So back a while back, as we were going through the humidor and cleaning it up and found them, packaged them still. United at one time made a cigar that was just out of stems and a wrapper leaf.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. That's unique, but that's gross.
Yeah. Just because it's unique, literally, that's the reason why it's unique. Because they're like, you know what? Screw the taste. Let's just put something together. You know, it's like one of those things. Like, I gotta put bacon on it and see how it tastes like. Nope, it's unique. It tastes like crap. Let's put soy sauce on it. Oh, it's unique. It tastes like crap. So
It's like, yeah, like the first couple soy sauce run cigars and the wasabi were terrible. I almost puked every time on live. So they were bad.
yeah,
Unique.
but somehow
but
I
terrible.
perfected it.
I guess. I don't know how they liked it. I don't care what they say. Maybe it's because they were drinking. I don't know. Still cannot be good.
If there's only X amount of different tobacco seeds and wrapper style types, at what point do they all just taste like each other? They
There are a
kinda
lot that
already
taste like-
do.
There's a lot of cigar that taste like each other.
It depends. So that's why they take and they try to go with a breadth of leaves grown in different places, different farms, different countries. Because because it's one that's people very familiar with, Perdomo. That's why all of his stuff tastes so similar, because they're his farms and it's all his tobacco, his factory, all where he has it in Nicaragua, and so all the stuff is very similar. That's why. That's why these people are like, oh, we have stuff from Peru, and we got it from here, and we got it from there, we got it from Colombia, and they fuse it together to give you some sort of dynamic, different experience.
A good example out there would be an Oliva V. You smoke Oliva V and go smoke the Allegiance. They taste so similar, okay?
Right.
Or just pick any of the broadleaf and Mexican combination. They taste very similar, okay? There's a difference between the thing they tweak. It's almost like a restaurant, they add more salt and the other one has more soy sauce, okay? It's just a minor difference that people can pick out, and some people cannot even tell the difference. They are just so similar, right? And that's why some people pay attention to the region they came from, the factory they came from, who blended, all of that stuff, because certain people like certain flavor, and they all gotta come very similar, right? So when you say at what point they start to taste like each other, they kind of do. Like, you know, if they're just in the same region and they use the same combination of wrapper, they kind of have that. That's why people go for it, right? That's why people tell you, oh, this is this wrapper, this binder, this filler, because they will be similar experience, might be more, might be less. The wheel of pellets only have so many tastes, and the combination will be just limited to that.
And then sometimes you get a unique one. You're like, what the fuck?
Let's see. Going down.
Oliva does use Oliva, the Oliva family that grows tobacco and others.
Yeah, they have a farm, don't they?
And Oliva tobacco, they have that Oliva taste.
No, Oliva does not have their own farms.
But Oliva stuff, they have their own Oliva taste though. Like the Oliva all tastes like Oliva.
That's because of where they. Okay. Yeah, that's like what he's saying in his next comment right there. But even then, at some point, the blends will become, or will be hard to be different. It depends. Then it starts depending on where it's rolled, because that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, Honduras tobacco rolling Honduras are horrible.
I could contest to that because that
Yeah.
every single one so far is not hitting the spot, man.
It's bad. Okay. I'll back on the cigar that I know I like if I get one that's off. To me, that's a sign for my palate needs a break from that cigar. Yeah, you take a break, that's different than like not smoking at all ever, you know. Soy Sauce Assassin challenge closed out. I want to get one that I survived sure with Puking Rainbow. We do that once in a while. I just have to do it because, you know, it's not easy to put them in soy sauce and have them not mold.
I hope mine wasn't mold.
No. I only choose the one that's not mold.
Still gross.
I get different growing location, can change taste of the tobacco, but even at some point, it'll be hard to be different. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. That's why people have blind cigar challenges, right? Because they start to taste very similar at a certain point. You know, and the difference are so little that you have to train your palate to tell the difference. A lot of people can tell.
Yeah, like you were saying with the Allegiance and the V. So Ernesto blended the Allegiance, and then they took that blend and they had it done over at Oliva's factory, and Oliva's in Nicaragua, and they're in Dominican Republic. That's why it's totally different. That's why it tastes like an Oliva, because of where it's coming from.
You can go this way, okay? Not many people get this reference. But have you ever had like a time where one of your relatives, like few of your relatives go to your house for like a celebration or something like that? All right, like you and your wife live in the house and a bunch of family members came over. They all left. Somebody left a jacket there. You don't know who that is. You pick that out. You smell the aroma. You're like, "That's my dad's."
Yep.
So you can recognize it.
100%.
And it's similar like that. People recognize things by scent, and when something belongs to a certain place for a while, you can recognize that scent, and you'll be like, "Oh, that kind of like that reminds me of." And cigars are like that. All the scents are the notes are technically just reminiscing of a scent that you tasted before. It's not actually tasting it because it's just smoke, right? You walk by Indian food restaurant, you smell that Indian food aroma. You walk by a Chinese restaurant, you walk by a French or Italian restaurant, you smell the garlic. You know what it is by smelling it, and cigars like that. But in the end, you always gotta taste that handful of notes because they know that's what people want. Because if they want to put in any flavor, they could. You know, say, hey, people like shit. I'm just gonna toss this in shit for a few days and take it out. People like shit. We got shit, right? Can they make this taste like cherry? Yeah, just soak it in cherry for a few days. You know, so they know what flavor people want already. They blend towards that. They're not gonna blend a cigar no one want to smoke. And you always gotta get that kind of.
Yep. This core flavor for cigar that people like.
Yeah. Right? Could they just not put cigar in cedar and just put in any other wood and it tastes like any other wood? Yeah, they probably tried it and it just doesn't taste good. So some of the cigar works when you put it in barrel age it. Why don't they just all put it in barrel age? Because some of them just taste like crap barrel aged it.
Yeah, that's where that's why blending is such a big process. Because there's so many factors that can change it.
Weather can change it. The blender's taste bud for the day could change it.
Location. So I said that's why they screw around and they do them at the factory, then they do them over here to see how they taste once they get over here. All the weird things that happen. It just
and especially now that we're in that process, I can tell you that they literally tell you that once you get those blend, you bring it back and then wait a few months and taste it again because it might not taste the same again.
People like bacon. But they don't like bacon flavor, man, on anything.
No, I tried put bacon flavor on a cigar. I can guarantee that tastes bad. Take it from an expert.
He's done it.
I've done it. It doesn't taste good. Tastes like burnt taste.
That's probably what he's referring to.
bacon, salt, sunflower seeds. Good stuff.
Speaking of like weird flavors, did you guys hear that Jack Link's, the company that does beef jerky, is coming out with all these fucking weird ass flavors?
They always do that though. Jack Link have like some crazy flavor.
They've got some new ones coming out that you're like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised nobody said my voice too loud. I have my thing crank out all the way to the top without knowing.
Oh, we're just used to it.
Yeah, we're used to it. You're just loud. And you're louder in person.
No, I have the stream thingy capped at a certain point, but my thing to you guys will be super loud. To them, it might not be that loud.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not normal.
Oh, thanks. I'm a big lung. What are you gonna do?
Dude, I thought when I first, because we were first always just communicating online, YouTube and all that, and Facebook Lives, and then in person, I was like, holy shit, this guy really is this loud.
Yeah. Especially when I say in the middle of the hallway, I go, Legions!
Yep.
That was loud, right?
Yep. Yep, that's just Tony. Tony's louder than everybody.
Yeah, I got big lung. I smoke fast, too. So, yeah. I mean, those are good questions. Even though they're not questions that people often think of. Right? Flavor is flavor. Sometimes, there are some people that smoke cigar for the sake of a cigar. Like, it's like, I just want to smoke cigar. I don't care anything.
There's blenders and manufacturers that are the same way. They don't pick up the notes. They smoke it. They're like, okay, it's got this kind of characteristic. It's good. And it goes simple as that. So that happens too. So
there's a lot of street rollers, right? There's a lot of street roller in different areas. They just buy tobacco and just roll it up. Just that tobacco tastes good. They don't really care about what it tastes like, right? Because in the end, it's whether you like it or you don't. The flavor. Some people that we make an emphasis about the flavor because that's the only way for us to portray what it tastes like to you.
Yep.
But in actuality, when you're smoking it, it doesn't matter. If you like it, you like it.
Yep.
Right? When you go to ask yourself this, right? The last time you go to Dunkin' Donut and the last time you went to Starbucks, do you ask yourself where that bean blend is? You don't. You just know you like it or you don't.
It tastes good.
Yeah, but you don't care about what the blend is.
Think about it.
Right? You just know it tastes good. And cigar, because there's not many people that review cigar, coffee beans, but there are people who try to review tobacco, and the only way to portray it is that. Like if you look at a food review, they tell you what it tastes like, the pungentness, and the flavor notes and stuff like that. That's the only way to portray it through video. In reality, when you are smoking cigar, you probably don't think about that. And let's be honest, right? When you're having a cigar, having a conversation, you're not paying that much attention. It just tastes good. That's it.
Yup.
Do you have any guilty pleasure cigars? No,
Acid.
I don't.
No, I don't think I do either.
I mean, we already rarely go back to smoke a cigar, like other than our dailies,
Yeah.
to, you know, regularly. My pop smoke a King Edwards and Dutch Master. That's a smoking for the experience, not the flavor. Those cigars are crap.
King Edwards were around forever. Dutch Masters they still make.
Yeah, they're still out there.
Still terrible.
Lighting up a great smoke, Cusano 18. Just kidding, for Joe number 4.
I think when my guilty pleasure cigar would probably be those tobaccos. I like the tobaccos.
Well, because it's coffee. It tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't remember the last time I had a flavored cigar.
Yeah. The only time I smoked the flavored cigars was when freaking Tony liked to fuck with me.
Yeah, I mean, I do it just because we can review something different once in a while. And I think here's the thing though, a flavored cigar can really screw with your palate.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
really
it's on the taste. It's terrible.
because
Gotta be
it
like
has so
a
strong of a
last
taste. The
cigar.
next thing you taste is still gotta be the previous taste.
It's gotta be like a last cigar of the day or like your only cigar of the day.
It's like, I don't know, like when I try to review a flavored cigar, it's like, it's messing my senses because I'm trying to taste what I normally would taste, and it's all this whole thing. Just like, what am I doing?
Now Javier's is flavor matters. I tried the Florida Maduro. I hate it, but I like the original. But that's not what I mean. I mean is that when you're smoking a cigar, either you like it or you don't. So if you
Yes.
hated it, it's because you hated it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, like the high level of saying that a cigar, flavor is good, it's just I like that cigar. A high level of saying the cigar is bad. I mean, the notes I hate, tastes like crap, manure, sewer, water, whatever. Is I don't like that cigar, right? So in the end, when you're having a good conversation, when you're really engaged in a conversation, is I like the cigar, I don't mind it in my mouth. Well, I don't like the cigar, I really want to toss this.
Yes to the acid cigars. They're all infused.
Yeah,
Yep.
acid cigars are all flavored. Every single
Everyone.
They're lying to you guys. They're all good.
one. Yeah. You just made a bunch of people that gotta waste $20.
I even tried with everybody. They're like, "Oh, you gotta try the 20th Maduro," and I tried like that. Okay, that was the last flavored thing I had. I took like maybe 10 puffs off that, and I was like, "Okay, I can't smoke this. This is
No.
terrible."
Martine liked it.
No, that shit was horrible.
We need to go back. I can't even go back to watch this video and to prove that what he said. But
Yeah, no, that cigar tasted like a fucking burning incense.
Pano, what are some of your everyday cigars? That's gonna be a very hard question.
Some what? Everyday cigars?
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to go for like a type of tobacco, like broadleaf or.
That's not
something.
everyday cigar. That's everyday blend.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like everyday cigar that I go to.
All right, Michael, what's your everyday cigar? That's gonna be tough.
Oh Lord, that's hard. I will say
So,
lately. Lately has been like a Carrillo New Wave Connecticut in the morning or a crema, and then it can be anything else. But lately in the mornings with my coffee, that's kind of been the repetition lately. But other than that, I can't say. I'll say tobacco wise, I like Nicaraguan generally a lot better for most things, but not all.
All right, Eric, go ahead. I already know his answer, but go ahead.
That's it.
No, seriously.
Fucking Opus.
My to go
Everyday cigar. Literally,
every day, right? The Ventura,
you
Or
smoke a
Don
cigar.
Carlo.
You smoke an adventure every day.
if I can. That's why box is gone. And I like Don Carlos. I keep going back to Don Carlos and Plasencia.
Let me tell you the honest truth here is that Eric and I doesn't smoke a same cigar every day.
At all.
The only one I can tell you is that I smoke this small thing every day. I smoke this every day.
Yeah, he
As a
does.
be-
Every
between
single,
cigar.
every single night, all the time.
The last cigar of the day.
But
Yeah.
dude,
So, we smoke a different cigar every day because we're reviewing. So every day is a different cigar. But
Yeah.
I always
We
have
don't-
that cigar between cigars, and I'll smoke something else. But I do smoke the Signature 2000 a lot more often than any other cigar because I have more of that than any other cigar I own. So I smoke that. So the thing is like you're asking what is my everyday cigar? Technically, it's like which cigar you own the most.
And for me and Tony, we have it's we're lucky that we could do different cigar every day. That's it.
And honestly, I don't think anybody should be smoking the same cigar every single day because that just you'll get used to it and eventually become very light and not enjoyable. I smoke a lot of Chateau Sangron by Fuente. They are pretty affordable, fits my palate well. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All over the place. Yeah. Like we had to review a cigar every day. So we are always smoking a different cigar every day. As with the exception of the life, and we'll pick up whatever.
Yeah, we pick
But-
whatever. On the line.
But every day we're smoking a different cigar because we had to record a review. And then after that cigar review, it depends on the feeling of it. We choose a different cigar. Like if I just smoke something that's super heavy, I don't really want to smoke anything heavy,
Yeah.
you know? And I usually, Signature 2000 are very light. That little thing, super light, just flavor. So
And then
that's why I was
most people are also all over the place. They just tend to find a wheelhouse that they kind of fit in and enjoy the most.
I guess the better question is since you are a reviewer and I get that you test different cigars all the time, is what you do. Do you find yourself when you are not reviewing smoking on a regular basis? Yeah, the Signature 2000 I smoke on a regular basis. When I have Casa Cueva Reservas, I tend to grab one of those and smoke it. That's a very Casa Cueva Reserva Natural. I kind of feel like it's like somebody heard my suggestion, but they didn't. Obviously, they didn't. But like when I first smoked the core Connecticut, I hated it, and it's because it was too light. There's nothing going on, and when they made the Reserva, that fixed it, and that became a cigar that I smoke a lot. So
Yeah, for me, if I just want to indulge, I'd probably go in my stash of Opus and grab one out.
yeah.
For me, one cigar I always go back to is the Espinosa Naranja. Anytime I'm out at a cigar lounge and I don't know what to get, I'll get one of those.
And when I'm at lounges, I always try to look for new things, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't like to go to pick up cigar in lounges because like it's hard to pick out what I want to smoke. Like it's almost like I have something in my mind I want to smoke, I never find it. It's kind of that.
Ever. It's like
I don't know what it is. Right? Even I'm at home, I'm like that. Like, and whenever I thought about a cigar I want to smoke, I can't find it until the next day. You'll see me like going around my entire room, go upstairs, downstairs, try to find that one cigar. I just can't find it, and the next day like, oh, I found it. After I already smoked something else. There are so many different brands and blends within that band. Every 4, even at 4 a day, you will not be able to try all. Yeah.
yeah. There's
Well,
so
there's-
many.
There's what? One cigar with like 3 different vitolas. They're all kind of slightly different. And then you have all the other things. You'll never finish. And that's the best part. I mean, that's the thing. Like, even though I always say I'm bored, I want to smoke something else, there's always something else, just I choose not to. I rarely smoke the same cigar, but the ones I have is Rare Pink, The Judge, Alma Fuego, TAA, Dale Instant. Okay, that's a problem. The Alma de Fuego just released last year. You're not gonna have any more of that afterwards. The Dale Istanbul was only 2 years old.
Yeah.
And the Judge has been always there. Rare Pink is only popular recently. I rarely hear people say Rare Pink stuff.
Just because the people can't find it, Tony.
But I rarely hear people looking for it.
Oh, I see people looking for it all the time. They can't find it. So,
I still haven't smoked mine, so
That's crazy.
why?
But I do smoke Rare Pinks. Yeah, the other week I want to smoke a Rare Pink, but Tony made me smoke some other cigars, so I didn't.
Dude, I smoked the Rare Pink that day. I got it out of that CRA bag when we were in Dallas.
In Dallas?
Yeah, because when we were at Infuego, we got like a cigar out of the CRA packs.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the rare pink, and I smoked it like right then.
Is
Rare
Rare Pink
Pink's
even
are-
good? I can't tell you. I didn't smoke it.
It is good, but if
It's-
you overpay for it, it sucks.
It's what you expect from an Opus. I'll say that.
Yeah,
So woodsy.
hmm
but I think the red pink is more creamy.
Jamie Garcia, Harry Clay, Warhawks, Rose of Sharon, Arturo for
858.
58 natural.
Rose of Sharon, huh?
I like
Why
the Rose of Sharon.
It's
I
got
do too.
Rose of Sharon will be
Are
the Harry Clay. Technically, it's the same category.
Okay, have you had the Rose of Sharon Desert Rose? That's like spicier and stuff.
I
That one
never
really-
smoked Desert Rose. I smoked a few Rose of Sharon, and it kind of disappointed me on based on how much flavor you got out of it. I stopped smoking it.
Yeah, the Desert Rose has got a little more punch to it.
And
If it were
Warhawk and
to-
Henry Clay are kind of the same category. So
Yeah.
I didn't like the Henry Clay Warhawk. I'd go more with the Sharon over that.
So the Rose of Sharon and the Henry Clay Warhawk is the same category. That's what I'm trying to say. They're the same category.
Yeah, but I mean, like as far as flavor, I'd go over. I'd buy the Sharon.
Really,
Desert
I
Rose.
will probably gear towards the Warhawk rather than.
I like none.
That's okay. The Jaime Garcia, I'll take that all day, every day.
James Garcia is not bad.
More like real stink. Come on, Peter.
The rare stink.
Yeah, not everybody's gonna like the same kind of cigar, but then that's a good range of cigars out there, so it's not bad. Rare Pink is good morning cigar. Good. Go to Calito event. He has loads of them at those events. Okay, you'll see that I would never appear in any of those events. So the only one I go to, Cigar Mechanic is there.
And you always leave with many extras.
I don't go to any other event because I am not someone that like I have to go meet this person. I want to go meet this person. I'll go to Cigar Mechanics event because I want to support him, and and I don't think I ever had to spend. I will spend the money and end up getting like 5 times what I spend at home.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right. So
It's like I had to. Like I said, like your extras in that thing, I had to dig for you. I was like, man, I got to get something a little different here because I know you've had a lot of stuff.
yeah, all good stuff. So like when I saw the Truth and Serving, they were like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't go to events because I don't feel like the need to meet those people, and I can buy the cigar anytime. And in terms of a discount, yeah, you get the discount and stuff like that, but I don't like to crowd in places. I'm a hermit that goes in my basement.
Yeah, I could care less about meeting any of them.
And it's not trying to sound better than anybody. It's just that I'm a consumer reviewer using the product. Who makes the product really? Like I don't have like just because Eric used iPhone, he doesn't have to meet Steve Jobs. Just that
Yeah.
example.
True that. I use everything Apple. I don't have to meet him.
Do you have Opus X reviewer in reviews in your library? If I dig for them, you have some.
I have a few.
Yeah.
I don't review them a lot because they're not great cigars, you know?
Yeah. They are supposed to be you are smoking the image that they try to give you.
Yeah.
Right? A theme, a feel. The flavor are very consistent. Quality are okay. And you get that same expectation sometime once in a while, a surprise note somewhere. That's what you get.
Yeah, like I just reviewed one that surprised me. But it's just fucking
Oh
good.
shit! You should have thrown those in there.
I got Greg Nicholson sent me the last 2 that were in his box
Shit.
because he got them from me. He's like, you want them? I was like,
You
I'm
want-
not gonna say no to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
But yeah, if y'all want me to review more Opus, I'm down.
I have some Opus review from him. Basically, he sent the Opus to me. I reviewed a few.
Yeah. Tony got like quite a bit of it. He reviewed more opus than me. Put it that way.
Have you all had Al Popo yet? No, I have not.
Yes, I have.
Eric, have you reviewed the Purple Rain yet? I don't think I've seen that one.
We
Yeah, I
did the
did.
Popo ring. We did the Popo
we did
ring.
the
Yeah.
Purple Ring, yeah. It's a 4.
Fuck, dude. That's my favorite opus.
Yeah,
Don't get me
internal.
wrong, I buy them. I love them. But, you know, like I said, they're not.
We have so many cigars from last year release that we have not get to yet. I can tell you that for sure.
We still, we
Right.
still have it. Like, so.
Right.
I still have 2 or 3 trade of those from last year. I have not get it to yet. So eventually I'll get it out. Those people, like, you know, even though I put them on the members only first, you can just look at the members only part and you know what's gonna come up later on. So, but yeah, I tried to get.
We're working on securing the Encore Black, and we'll try to make sure you guys get them.
Well, you're still securing it, but I called for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
box already, right? So,
I know that. I know that.
so if
Well,
if you only get 1 box, that's mine.
No. There's X amount getting released. Don't get me wrong. Oh, we're getting them. No, we're getting them. Don't worry.
Yeah, I want to try that one.
Yeah, I want to smoke that one.
Me too.
I want to smoke that one based on the look of it.
Dude, it looks so
It looks
cool.
good, so. Yes, I've seen the shorts, but still waiting on some of the review from both of you. Yeah, when you see the short, that means the reviews are coming out soon.
Yeah, the review is coming out.
Yeah,
Once
we
you-
record the shorts when we're smoking it, and then we put the review out after we edit it.
Quake's Encore Black, the Encore Black, because there's only X amount of boxes getting released at the beginning this first part of the year. So,
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I'm kind of interested in that Patina's new one.
dude, for one, the color's different.
Yeah, I
And
looked at the
all-
color, I was like, finally something different, and I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try those,
13 to 15 is the price range on it.
and that's totally okay with that. I'm totally okay
And
with that.
and unfortunately, that's a lot of brands are going to that point right now.
Yeah, the price point. But I definitely want to try that. I definitely want to review that. I definitely want to try that. So, and you know how I feel about patina cigars. I'm hoping and counting on that one to change my point of view.
Oh, it's different.
Pay $1,500 for an event. Got an event only box. The guy sold for $3,000 a 4 Opus X cigar for dinner, including a purple ring. Dude, purple ring is $80. Including purple ring. I love most of the alternative cigars, and wanted to get unforgettable, but they were there, but they weren't there.
Ungettable.
Yeah, but dude, $1,500, you can get a lot of Opus X cigars. Even
It's more. It's people get like. I mean, I think a lot of people get really enamored with the hunt because it appears that it's so rare.
It's fun though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a hobby. It's part of the hobby. But don't make it like, if you don't smoke it, the life is done. Don't make it that way. If you don't smoke it, you never lost anything, right? And I can tell you, Eric and I hunt a lot of those cigars, and majority of them bad. Majority are not worth the price.
We
In
hunt
fact,
way
a
too
lot
much.
of lower price cigar, you're more likely to get your money back. Higher price cigar, you're less likely to get your money back. How about that? I think that's a fair assessment.
100%.
Yeah, but don't think your life is over. You don't smoke it. Tell the truth.
I want people to do that. Like Eric and I smoke a lot of higher price cigars, and I can tell you none of them, well, very small amount of them, maybe 10% of them are worth the money. All right, and this is why I put on my review telling you that those cigars are not worth that money. If you gotta get it, wait for it to drop price, because majority are not worth it. Okay, and if you think that price is still worth it to you, you want to try it, that's totally fine. But you're more likely to get your money back if you care about what quality cigar you're smoking at. Go with that price range, right? $15 or lower. That's the safe spot. Majority of the cigar is gonna be near that. All right. If you want to go like, oh, I wanna try something different, then you go to the different price range. But 15 and below, that's the price range you want to be if you want to be a cigar that you'll get your money back of it, or at least very close to it. Just want to put it out there. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out there hunt different cigars and stuff like that, the limited release. I'm saying that if you want to have quality cigars that is safe, that you know that even if you try it today, you're not gonna be too much regret, go with the lower quality, lower price cigars, and then for those higher price cigars, smoke once to see if you like it, even if it's worth it to do your money with it. Like we spend, like I said, stupid money to do that, right? And I can tell you that's stupid, right? And I don't want anybody to do that just because you want to hunt for certain cigars, right? A lot of time, I can tell you I rather trade some of my cigars for 2 or 3 stick of the good the lower price cigar range cigars than keeping some of those, because I buy them by the box and they're sitting over here. Okay, so you know, when you do cigar, look for the boutique cigars, you can just look at the price range and they already calculate that in what is their target audience, what flavor they like, and what kind of thing that will be more acceptable. That's the price range. You most likely gotta find acceptable cigars. You know, the King's Gold cigar, the way it is already good. I don't think they had to make any smaller. I don't understand why they had to make it any smaller.
The way it is pretty dang good.
So I don't
There
know why
there might be a reason they may not. They may have a, because I don't know. I can look on the. I can actually get Aventura. So I'm gonna look on the dealer side. I want to see what's so special about that.
No, Aventura cigar is actually good. There's something cigar.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I've had them. I've had them. They're good.
Like all of them, the whole entire lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it to throw away, but it's the hunts, the damn bands only. I don't even keep the band.
I used to, but not no more.
Trust me, we understand the hunt part. We understand that part.
I don't even keep the bands. But you'll know what I mean when you're doing what we're doing. Every day is like eating, like you go into a blindfold eating food that are not so good. And then get the bill. Actually, you get the bill first. Like, here's $100, and then you eat it, you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
So you're saying Opus X are not only overpriced, but are mediocre as well. Awesome.
I wouldn't say they're mediocre.
It depends on your palate. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I can appreciate the quality of them, right? And then Eric loves them. Same thing with Davidoff. I've never had a bad one. They're all not something that I would say I would buy, but I've never had a bad one, and they're a quality cigar.
Yeah.
When I say mediocre, and that's not the word I will use.
Yeah.
You're talking about transition versus consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Opus X, they charge you for their consistency. The whole entire cigar smoke like it, even the last third. Okay, that's Opus X.
Okay, when he said the last third, it's hard for a cigar to stay at the last third.
Usually last third drops off the flavor.
Yeah.
Okay?
A lot of times.
And Opus X are able to pretty much keep that last third. You can still knob it and still have good flavor, right?
Yep.
And all the other one has good transitions, but they drop off in the last third. So there are two different categories. You're talking about consistency versus transitions.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally like transitions versus consistency. And this is why I don't like Opus X as much. But it's like you're expecting something different when you are smoking, when you're drinking a bourbon. It's got to be woodsy.
Right.
And it's got to be woodsy all the way. And that's why you drink bourbon. Right? You're smoking Opus, it's got to be woodsy. And that's why you like it.
The last one I smoked is surprised the shit out of me. It's not just
And the
wood.
Hans, a lot of fun. I searched for Purple Rain for so long, and their friend sent me one, and I still haven't smoked it. I'm saving it to be disappointed. Come on, just go smoke it. Jesus.
Go smoke it, bro. You know you have
Smoke
it.
We always get more. Just go smoke it.
Right? It's nothing that we can't get. Purple Rain is very easy to come by, actually.
The laster almost always drop off at the end of most cigars, and that's why. That's what I'm saying.
Why.
Cigar with a lot of transitions, because the blend, the laster has the least of the blend because they want to make sure this draw, and then you're gonna get less. And also, the smoke is traveling through less tobacco at the end, right? When you're smoking with the cigars long, the smoke is traveling through a lot of tobacco, it's picking out a lot of flavor while it goes before it hits you. The laster, there's not that many. You'll literally depend on the leftover wrapper for all that flavor. So a good Opus X basically tell you that they have good flavor wrapper. And that's the most expensive part of your cigar, is the wrapper. And that's why you pay for that consistency. You pay for a good wrapper. All the other one, the blend transitions throughout, the wrapper doesn't have to work nearly as hard because there's multiple things going on inside. But at the end of it, there's not that many mix at the end anymore. you got to drop off. That's always it is. So you're not saying the same thing. You're not comparing the same thing.
And I love opuses. I don't call it mediocre, man.
Right.
At the end of a cigar, okay, when I get ones that are, it's the last third is like gotten really bland. The next time I smoke it, I'll slow down a little bit with it because I tend to smoke pretty fast too. And then I'll purge the last third a couple times, and it does brighten up a little bit. So try that because you never know.
Yeah, because the last third, keep in mind, it's literally your filter. It's all the shit is gonna gunk up at the end too. So you're more likely to get something that's more tinted in terms of flavor than the good flavor. The real problem with Opus X is the MSRP is not reality. I have been waiting for a purple ring for 5 months from a BMN that loves me. You guys have connections and definitely not mediocre.
You guys think we have connection?
No, we don't.
We don't. Okay, that's.
I do have
put that
Davidoff
out.
connection.
Yes, he does. But Purple Rain, a couple click away, I could find it all day.
What he means like how much he's paying for it, like at MSRP. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's
yeah,
not reality,
right? That's reality.
right? Yeah, MSRP. Yes, you're not gonna be because the way they forces the BMN to carry them is just so hard to do. It puts them in debt.
Yeah.
That's why they had to charge you so much. And, you know, sometimes people have to understand the cigar industry is cutthroat in terms of pricing. All right, so they have to do that to make up for the difference. But if it's a brand new release and you got your hands on it early, you'll be very close to MSRP. Or if that cigar didn't sell well, it's dropping back to MSRP. Oh, I definitely got a good connection with the LGCS. I talked to him
So
regularly.
do I. Yep.
I'm not hard to get a hold of.
All right, so it's not always about the connection, but how fast you got to it.
Right.
A lot of times, some places will put out like a pre-order or like a raffle, stuff like that will get you very close to it. It's almost like hunting for bourbon. What is the last time somebody got a Pappy Van Winkle at a good price?
Yeah.
Right? It's like that. So it's keep that in mind. When you're hunting for something, you're overpaying for something.
Always.
Okay? And that's just that. But then it's not always worth it. You gotta evaluate whether or not it's worth your collection. Right? I mean, there are something that's not worth to me. Like for example, the Conviction is $100 a stick. About one stick for me, one stick for Eric. That's it. It's not worth that money.
99.
Oh my god. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Their MSRP is like $59 right now. I got MSRP, but waiting for it forever in pre-order. I can find $90, but not doing. Yeah, and that's what it is. You're paying for the convenience of somebody else already found it for you.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you try to get the iPhone the first day, but you don't want to wait in line.
I did.
I'm sorry, that was dumb, but you didn't have to do that much. So
Shut up. I got it first, and I didn't even get to use it.
you could have ordered online. It will take you the same amount of time to set it up.
No, it would have, but I wouldn't have had it in my hand. Okay, I had it first day. Boom, first hours.
Right? Be the first one might not necessarily be the best. Let's just say that.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Right? I would recommend for some of you to wait for our review before you buy certain cigars, because some of the cigars you're like, after I buy it, we're like, that is going to my dumbest purchase of the year list.
Yep.
Damn.
Is Philip part of the Legion?
No, he's new today.
He got the dollar sign by his side. He's
He
supporting you.
subscribed. He
You
subscribed.
got
Oh, he's a big supporter.
He's a big
Damn.
supporter.
nice.
All right, damn, Philip.
Nice.
Ah.
Well, Philip.
Well, with
won't
that
be
being
part of the
said, it's 11:05. Believe it or not. Often, the shop I go, I will buy them if Soy calls me. When he gets them, I'm amazed for the price some of them go for. Okay, here's another thing. If you go to certain shop, they're price controlled. Then you can buy things at price. Okay? Yep. So, for example, sometimes Davidoff sells Opus X, and they contact me before for Opus X. They will sell it at MSRP. They will never jack up their price. Davidoff doesn't jack up their price. There you go.
But like I say, if you find them for MSRP, buy them. They're great cigars for MSRP. Get them.
Yeah. But don't buy into the hype. You know, sometimes they have those like, because a lot of people are looking for it. All of a sudden, you feel like it's rare. It's that, you know, thing about Opus X is that if they don't sell it if they sell it this year, they'll have it next year.
Yep.
Majority of them. Majority would. So keep that in mind. If you don't smoke it, not a big deal. Next year, try again. All right. Yep. So 11:06, that means we are done for today. Those people from the Legion, go to Discord, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Shouldn't